Unrest continues in the Middle East as Israel attacks Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. We're approaching 1 year since the war in Gaza. New tonight, protesters called for peace here. WRAL's Julian Grace was there as protesters marched through the streets.
Pro-Palestinian protesters marched through the streets of downtown Raleigh. With their signs and voices, they made it clear their desires.
Hands off Lebanon now! Hands off Lebanon now!
They want a ceasefire. They're calling on the Israeli government to end its fight and stop the Israel and Hamas war.
We have been fighting every week, almost every week in the streets for 1 year, and it's imperative that we continue to do that. And even though we felt burnout and exhaustion and grief and denial, we are still showing up no matter what.
I want to hear that the deal that's on the table will come true.
And then there's Aviva Siegel. She wants it to end as well. Siegel and her husband Keith, who was born and raised in North Carolina, were kidnapped and held hostage by Hamas. She was released. He's still being held. And Aviva believes a ceasefire deal is the only way to bring her Keith and other hostages home.
There's 101 hostages left in Gaza, and they need to come back. So that's what I want to hear. But I do know that the Hamas is responsible, taking Keith and I with our pajamas from our house and kidnapping us in a very brutal way.
And as the fight continues, both the pro-Palestinian protesters and Siegel want it all to end. But until it does, both will make their push for the war to stop.